A quick follow-up question. Is there a difference between having a blog and the emails you send directly to subscribers? Would it be repetitive to have a blog in addition? So I have been asked this question a lot, especially because last week I did the Better Blogging and Better Vlogging Challenge in the Facebook group, in case you missed that. But yeah, someone asked me that, and I basically said the reason you need to have a blog, regardless of what it is because it's great for search engine optimization. The more content that Google, for instance, can find on your website, particularly when it comes to relevant topics. For instance, for me, I talk a lot about growth hacking and blogging, technology and marketing and all that stuff. So the more content it has to find that are talking about those topics, the more I am going to appear in search engine results. When people search for instance, why you should use MailChimp or should you use something else. Because I wrote a blog post about why I think MailChimp is a great starter idea, I will populate for that. So basically, yes, I think everybody should have a blog or some articles. You don't have to have a lot at all. You don't have to keep up with it. You don't have to be a blogger. But having more content for Google, Yahoo, Bing to associate with you, because it's trying to learn you and your website. The more relevant information it has to draw from, the better it can recommend you to others. Like if someone says MailChimp versus MailerLite, I don't talk about MailerLite, but I might, if I had a blog post around that, I would pop up for that because people are typing in MailChimp versus MailerLite because they both have forever free programs. That's just an example. Now, if you don't want to be a blogger because it's a job, I get that, I recommend having a good solid handful of articles, because having a good handful of articles other than search engine optimization and benefiting you in that way, it's kind of a resume of sorts. It's okay, I'm coming to you for to learn about growth hacking. So for me, people are coming to learn about growth hacking. So having articles that explains different topics on growth hacking, or why Squarespace versus WordPress. So things that I teach or I'm an expert in, I should provide supplemental material. So first of all, people are staying on my webpage, they're staying in my world, they are finding the answers and the information they need. And then if I'm not constantly blogging, like currently I don't blog. I do occasionally, like if I have a topic that is like, okay, this needs to be a blog post, because I want people to find me in search results. I want to be able to be like, hey, I have an article for that. I can answer that question. Read this article, which is another reason you should have a blog. But I'm not currently like spending my time on blogging. But like I said, when there's something that is a good topic, then I'll do that. So this 24 reasons you should have a blog, I was like, you know what? I want this to be public, so that I can share it with people, so I can repurpose it. So by having a few articles, I'm trying to not get carried away, by having a few articles, again, I'm establishing myself as an expert. I'm making it clear that I kind of know what I'm doing, that I kind of know what I'm saying. So I'm creating the sense that I am an authority on that subject. And authority is also another word Google likes. Google wants you to be relevant, and they want to see that you're an authority figure on that topic. But also, so does your potential customers, your potential world, all those leads and all that stuff. They also want to know, if they're about to pay you for something, you know what you're talking about. And the best way to do that is a free resource like a blog. A lot more people are putting free resources behind not necessarily a paywall, but that email wall. They're saying, can you please or give me your email address and I'll give you all these free resources. That's another great idea. But how are they going to learn to love you if you don't give something away for free? Another way you can do that is absolutely email marketing. It's absolutely Facebook marketing. It's whatever type of digital marketing, but blogging is one way of doing it. It's another advantage is you have 100% control with a blog. You don't have 100% control even with a YouTube blog, because that could be pulled. They could not like it. Someone could report it. With a blog on your website that you own, you have 100% control. You have 100% control over the search terms that Google is, the word is parsing. They're searching for, that you have 100% control over all the back end, all the front end. Facebook, someone could report that and remove it. It can get lost, and it's its own strategy. So I recommend having a blog, putting as much information as you can without giving too much away of your paid for stuff, having that on a blog, and then taking bits and pieces and putting it onto a Facebook or onto a tweet or in an Instagram caption. That's a really good strategy. So like I said, if you don't want to do it often, which I totally get, just having a few core pieces of articles or pages, dedicated pages to explain and showcase that you know what you're doing. So like that resume. And then again, like I said, I often have found, I'm like, you know what, I talk about this a lot. Here's an article I did. You can't get away with that just saying, here, read this article. But you can tactfully work it into the conversation of, oh, I wrote this article. Maybe you should check out this article. And then of course you can share articles and you can repurpose them and you can turn them into videos for free in under 5 minutes using Lumen 5. So you can content repurpose and use content marketing in that way. So blogging has so many advantages like all of that. Now, when it comes to email, like I said, I wrote 24 reasons to start a blog as a blog post, knowing I would also use it for my email. I do provide exclusive stuff to my email list. But like I said, if there's ever a content big enough, but also vague enough, then it's a blog post. It's public. It's something. But anything that's juicy, that's limited to people that are more involved in my world, like my email list. So I do try to treat my email list, my Saturday notes, biz notes, I try to treat that like it's a blog for that reason, because I like to educate people in my group. I treat that as a one-on-one for free, basically, because I am trying to give benefits to people who give me their email address or become members of my group, because I value those two groups. So finding that balance it's a trial and error, really, what you're comfortable with. A lot of people say I give too much away for free, and I'm like, well, maybe I'm just moving that free line, which is a popular, well, maybe not popular, but it is a strategy. So figuring that out, and there's a lot of different ways you can do that. If you have any specific questions, please let me know and reach out, and I'd be happy to clarify for you. Thanks for the question.